JJ the CPA here. Okay, so this is getting released to my clients first. I got an email. You're getting the first crack at this. I'll then make it public soon thereafter, which is to say, when we were growing up, a lot of you wonderful, beautiful clients of mine were around the same age, right? But remember when Dukes of Hazzard, because I'm getting ready to tell you something about the tax law, okay, that you're going to want to know, and I bet every single one of my clients is getting ready to get a check from the IRS that has nothing to do with what you've heard about. Literally, you hadn't heard about it, you hadn't read about it, no one's told you about it, your neighbor doesn't know about it, your uncle doesn't know about it, no one has told you about this, okay? So here's the deal. Remember when you watched Dukes of Hazzard, and it was like, and there goes the General Lee, right? Or when you're watching the A-Team, and then here comes, Mr. T's band. He's like, dun, 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 dun. Are you freaking kidding me? Okay? Don't ever question those that question. It was none of my clients that questioned me, but you know who you are when you question me on when. This is so freaking awesome. Okay? This is freaking unbelievable. Okay, it's not as big time as the PPP. What is it, JJ? What is it? Effective March 12th, yo. Okay? Oh my goodness. Effective March 12th, the employee retention credit. Okay? This is a CPA that's very excited. Very excited. Okay? Found out about it 5 minutes ago. I'm shooting a video right now. The employee retention credit was signed into law March 27th, okay? It's part of the CARES Act and all that good stuff, right? Boom. You ready for this? Boom. It's effective March 12th. Actually, it's effective 3/13, okay? And here's why it's such a big deal. Because there's so many of you wonderful people out there, and I'm talking about my clients for starters, that you paid people and you were out. And this employee retention credit is if the government said we're closed, if there was a COVID issue, if there was a coronavirus concern, if you had an employee that's like, I don't know if I want to come to work, and you paid them. If there was an employee that was like, and you said, hey, go home. If it was your county, your city, your little development, your HOA, your state, and you said, we better go home. If there was a partial shutdown, a little bit of a shutdown, doesn't matter if you are essential, non-essential, doesn't matter if you're a restaurant or a doctor, it doesn't matter who you are, okay? If it's related to the coronavirus, which if you live inside this world, you're affected by it, okay? This credit is 50% of whatever you paid your employees to be out, okay? I just told you yesterday that the credits, okay, for the Families First Coronavirus Relief Act is April 1 and after. April 1 and after. Back, it seems like eons ago, a few weeks ago when I was telling you about the 511 day, 200 a day, 10 day max, 200 a day, 10,000 max, okay, those are those credits. April 1st and after, which is ridiculous. But anyways, April 1st and after. IRS just came out, made that clear, announced it yesterday. I was quite disappointed. Here's the deal though. This employee retention credit, all the way back to March 13th, okay? We're talking like it's April 7th. By the time you get this, it should be April 7th because this newsletter is going out in about 20 minutes. And when I say, well, what's the big deal here? Here's the big deal. So I've been circling and looking at this new form that came out, okay? So this form right here is our new best friend, okay? We've been getting through the PPP, right? Who's down with PPP? Yeah, you know me. But we've got now this 7,200, and here's the great news. We don't even have to argue with a payroll company. We don't even have to get an opinion of a payroll company. It doesn't matter, okay? So here's the deal. We fill out this form 7,200, okay, and we indicate here on line 1, okay, total employee retention credit. So bottom line is that we're going to be able to file this form 7,200 and we're going to be able to fax it here, okay? And I've read the instructions over and over and over and over, and they don't indicate how you're sending it to you, but I'm sure it's not coming on a spaceship. It's probably going to come on a check. While they have our banking information on how we pay them, the payroll department at the IRS doesn't ever pay us, so they don't have our account. So it's going to be a check, okay? So I'm trying to think of a song that could go along with this because it's amazing. All right. So let's just say for grins, okay. You've got 4 or 5 days. Well, you know what? I'm not going to do the math because we're going to do the math together. Here's what I need to know. Okay. Email me. Okay. You can reply to this email, clients. If you paid anybody, okay. I've already talked to some of you, but this is a whole new ball game. Okay. Whole new ball game. Did you pay anybody that was out related to this crisis in any way, shape, or form? And it starts on March 13th or after. Why am I excited? This could be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 25,000, 50,000, 100,000. There is no limit. Here's the limit. Per employee, you pay them 10 grand, you get 50% of that as a credit. It's 5 grand per employee. You got 10 employees that you did it with, could be 50 grand. Okay. Now, I don't know how many of you been out. I don't know what the circumstances are. We had lots of discussions about, well, is it covered? Is it required? Are you essential? None of that matters with this. The employee retention credit does not matter. There's a second available reason that you can get this employee retention credit, and that's probably more as we move forward, is that also if your gross sales have dropped, okay? So it is, have you been closed, partially closed due to the coronavirus, or has your receipts gone down? So know this, okay? You may not have been closed, but if you're getting affected by this business as we're going into second quarter, okay? Maybe you're still able to stay open a little bit, right? But no one has the coronavirus, no one's in quarantine, no one has kids that are under 18, no one's going to qualify for the sick leave and the Emergency Family Leave Act. Boom. We have the employee retention credit, okay, through the end of the year, starting with March 13th, okay? So this goes back, if you think about it, March 13th, that was the very beginning. My son was still going on a baseball trip at that point, okay, for spring break. This is going back to the beginning. Boom. No one's talking about this. All right, hey, this is me excited, and I've been in the house now. I've only gone out twice in, something like, at this point, 24 days. All right, so I'm excited. All right, can't think of any other analogies other than as we go out from this, know this, I want to help you. If you're not a client of mine, you're going to go to Form 7200, go to the instructions, get yourself familiar with this. If you paid someone that has been out related to any of this, okay, what did you pay them times 50%, okay? And then the max of the comp that's going to count is 10 grand. If you paid them $100, you're getting a $50 tax credit, okay? You know what my stepfather used to say? Well, it's better than a sharp stick in the eye. So if you paid someone and they were out for a cough, a concern, a wheeze, a sneeze, they weren't sure, they weren't feeling well, maybe they weren't. If you don't want to do it, then that's cool. But what this done is said, hey, it has to be this too. It can be this reason if you lived anywhere where they have any kind of issue related to the credit. It's exciting. It is exciting because when I collectively look at my client list and how many of us have been hanging on to employees and paying them, okay, we're getting the credit for this, okay? 7,200. There's no reason to fill it out yourself, client. We don't need to go through Alliant, or we don't need to go through Paychex. We don't need to go through Paycom, because they came up with this form, this bad boy right here, okay, that allows us to go, here's the credit, fill it out, boom, fax, okay? If I could make a really good fax sound right now, I would do it for you, okay? So here's the deal. JJ the CPA is on it. Number one, what can I do? What can I do here? I'm doing it. Everything that I can. You know why? Because I love you. All right, hey, listen, email me, okay? I'm going to be, this is my, hey, did you have it? And then all I need to know back from you is give me some info, like who was out. And I've already got spreadsheets made and created. All we got to do now is just figure out the rate of or the days, because for most of you, if you're with Alliant, I've already got the payroll info because I started doing that when we had the other credits that came into play. Do you qualify, you as the owner? Yep. Okay. Were you out? Were you home? Okay. All right. Hey, listen, let's see. What's some good music to go out with? Let's go with the Wonder Woman, right? Everybody think of the Wonder Woman? No, Batman. All right. Hey, JJ the CPA out. I'm pumped. I'm excited. Why? Because you're getting money in your pocket. Form 7200. Here we go.